Since it's Halloween, I thought I would guide us through a little tapping sequence that you can use on candy cravings. And I've got my little candy with me because it is useful to have whatever food that you crave with you when you work on a craving and really get all the aspects of it addressed. So you can also use this on other food cravings as well, not just candy, of course. And if you take a look at my blog post on the subject, you'll see more tips for working on cravings. One of the really important things is the timing. So it's not really that ideal to work on a craving if you've already decided you're going to eat the food no matter what happens. Then you're probably not going to change your mind. But you can work on a craving even when you're not even thinking about the food. You can kind of get it near you and smell it and that kind of thing and bring up those sensations. And then that will help you with future cravings by decreasing them. So what I'd like you to do first is just take your food sample if you have it, or just think of that food, and then rate your craving on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is the lowest possible or you're not craving it at all, and then 10 is as intense as possible, a pretty high craving, just to kind of get an idea of your baseline. And then we'll start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I'm craving this food, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though I have cravings for this food, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though I really crave this food a lot, I'm open to loving and accepting myself anyways. All right, tap the top of the head. I'm really craving this food. Tap on the eyebrow. I have a lot of cravings for this food. Tap on the side of the eye. I crave this food. Tap under the eye. I really crave this food. Tap under the nose. I crave this food so much. Tap under the lips. There are so many things that I crave about having this food. Tap on the collarbone and just tune into some of those things that you do crave about eating that food. Tap under the arm. It might be that the taste or the feel of the food in your mouth is really a big part of the craving. Tap on the top of the head. Or it could be that you crave the texture or the way you have to manipulate the food in order to eat it. Tap on the eyebrow, such as, for example, the way you have to chew it, or sometimes you have to do things with your hands in order to eat it, like tear it apart or things like that. Tap on the side of the eye. There's just so much about this food that I really crave. Tap under the eye. It might be that you really crave the smell of it too, that's a big trigger. Tap under the nose. There's just so much about this food that I enjoy and crave. Tap under the lips. I really crave this food. Tap on the collarbone. I love the way it tastes. Tap under the arm. I love the texture of the food. Tap on the top of the head. I love how I have to kind of prepare it or manipulate it in order to eat it, and how I have to chew it or otherwise consume it. Tap on the eyebrow. I also really love the smell of it. Tap on the side of the eye. I just love the way it smells and anticipating eating it even. Thinking about the fact that I'm gonna get to eat it. Tap under the eye. Love the feel of it. I love the taste of it. Tap under the nose. I love the smell of it. Tap under the lips. I just love everything about eating this food. Tap on the collarbone. Maybe there's even a sound associated with the food that you like. Tap under the arm. There's just so much about eating this food that feels really, really good to me. Tap on the top of the head, and I really crave eating it. Tap on the eyebrow. I crave eating this food. Tap on the side of the eye, because I associate it with really good things. Tap under the eye and just notice if you have any associations with that food that you crave. Tap under the nose. It might really be associated with reward or something that you get if you've overcome something or done well on something. Tap under the lips. Or maybe you associate it with happy memories like celebrations or times when you felt really free or like you were able to just do whatever you wanted. Tap on the collarbone. I have a lot of good associations with this food. Tap under the arm. It might be also that food makes you feel like you can just relax and not have to be busy doing something else for the moment. Tap on the top of the head. it might be a good distraction for you in some ways and make you feel pleasure instead of whatever else you might be feeling. Tap on the eyebrow. I've got a lot of good associations with this food. Tap on the side of the eye. So many good associations. Tap under the eye and just notice if any others are coming up for you. Tap under the nose. I have so many good associations with this food. Tap under the lips. I associate a lot of good things with this food. It's definitely really positive in my brain. Tap on the collarbone. I love eating this food, everything about it. Tap under the arm. And I have a lot of positive associations with this food in my brain. Tap on the top of the head. I associate a lot of good things with this food. Tap on the eyebrow. So many good things. Tap on the side of the eye. And I don't know if I could stand the thought of not eating this food again. Tap under the eye and just notice if that feels true for you or if anything comes up for you with that. Tap under the nose. I don't know if I could stand the thought of never having this food again. Tap under the lips. I don't think I even want to think about never having this food again. Tap on the collarbone. What if I didn't crave this food anymore? Tap under the arm. What if I didn't crave this food anymore and didn't have to ever eat it again? Tap on the top of the head. Oh, I don't even know what that would be like. Tap on the eyebrow. Maybe I don't even know who I would be if I didn't crave this food anymore. Tap on the side of the eye. And I might not even know how to cope with my life. Tap under the eye. And I feel really like sad and angry about the thought of never having this food again. Tap under the nose and just see if that feels true for you in any way. Tap under the lips. Feel sad and angry about the idea of never having this food again. Tap on the collarbone. Feeling sad and angry about that. Tap under the arm. Feel like it would be a big loss to me if I never had this food again. Tap on the top of the head. Feel sad and angry about that thought. Tap on the eyebrow and maybe a little bit afraid too. Tap on the side of the eye and notice if that fear aspect is there for you. Tap under the eye. I'm afraid. How would I cope with things if I couldn't crave this food anymore or eat it again? Tap under the nose. I'm really afraid. Tap under the lips. I'm kind of afraid of what would happen if I didn't crave this food anymore. Tap on the collarbone. I'm pretty afraid. Who knows what I might do if I didn't have this food to help me cope. Tap under the arm. If I didn't have these cravings, I don't know who I would be. Tap on the top of the head. I don't know who I would be if I didn't have these cravings and could never eat this food again. Tap on the eyebrow. Yeah, what if I didn't ever eat this food again and didn't crave it anymore? Tap on the side of the eye and just notice if anything else comes up for you around that. Tap under the eye. It might be that you're noticing other elements of the food that you really enjoy, or you might be noticing as well other emotions about the idea of not craving it anymore or never having it again. Tap under the nose. What if I didn't have this food again and didn't crave it? Tap under the lips. I don't even know. Nothing would make sense. Tap on the collarbone. I'd like to be open to some other possibilities. Tap under the arm. Like, I'm wondering, what if I could stop craving this food and tap on the top of the head, but still be allowed to eat it if I wanted to sometime. Tap on the eyebrow. But what if I just didn't need to crave this food anymore? Tap on the side of the eye. Like, what if I could have other healthy ways of coping in my life and getting through things? Tap under the eye. And healthy sources of pleasure as well, and feeling comfort and taken care of. Tap under the nose. I mean, that sounds like it might be alright. I could maybe get used to that. Tap under the lips. But I don't know if that's possible. I've had these cravings for so long. Tap on the collarbone. But I'd like to be open to that possibility. Tap under the arm. Sounds kind of nice, the idea of like maybe not having to crave this food anymore. Tap on the top of the head, but still being allowed to eat it if I want to. Tap on the eyebrow. And having other healthy sources of pleasure and comfort. Tap on the side of the eye and ways to cope. Tap under the eye. I mean, that sounds pretty okay. Tap under the nose. Even if it doesn't seem fully possible. Tap under the lips. I'd like to be open to that possibility. Tap on the collarbone. And whether I can be open to it or not, tap under the arm. Either way, I'd like to be okay and just accept myself as I am. Alright, so let's take a nice deep breath. And we'll just check back in. So get out your little candy again, or if you have your other food item around, just look at it, smell it, really tune into what it's like, and notice what your craving for that is like now on a scale from 0 to 10. You might notice that it's gone down quite a bit. Or if you hadn't been really fully tuned into it before, you might notice that it's actually gone up and now you're tuned into it. So that can be great to tap on it again, and now that you're more attuned to it. You might have also noticed some resistances coming up to letting go of the cravings. So these would be like, if at any point you were like, oh my gosh, no, there's no way I'm letting go of these cravings, like I'll be so deprived, whatever. So if you notice those resistances, those can be great to work on with techniques for psychoenergetic reversals or with refusal tapping. And I've got some videos you can tap along with on those if those are aspects for you. And you can read along in my blog post as well, and you'll see different ways and kind of a different layout of how to work on cravings. So usually you'd go in order by addressing any reversals, and then you'd want to get to the roots of the craving as well with some deeper work. And then this sequence is more something you could use on the actual sensations of the craving and aspects of that. So once you're able to kind of tune into all those different things, that's a great way to be able to clear up cravings more permanently and really have some freedom from them.